What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Elden Ring build. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best build for magic and fire after patch 1.07. This build is going to deal a great amount of damage, not just physical, but indeed is going to deal so much fire and magic damage because of 1.07. And we are going to be focusing on one weapon that was once put to rest, but now it has been revived because of the patch, and that is the Sword of Night and Flame. This sword itself was one of the most OP swords when it came out, but now with the resurrection of it, it has become once again very OP. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to put this together so you guys can not only be putting everything on fire, but also blasting them away. So if you like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. So let's dive in. Because of the new update to Elden Ring, Sword of Night and Flame attack power has been increased. Not only that, but also the attack duration may now be adjusted up and down by using normal attacks. So overall, this weapon has been granted, once again, the liberty to be very OP. And also on top of this, it was an added damage detection to the weapon part. In this case, the magic and the fire that is within this weapon has been just received a major buff, and we're going to today take advantage of that, and we are going to make this very OP so you guys can use it and also have fun with it. As this weapon deals magic and fire damage, we are going to work with this sword and just build around it to make it very potent and strong with different type of incantations. But first of all, we are going to be using the Staff of Loss because we are going to be using one of the sorceries that actually got a buff on 1.07. And I'll be telling you guys in a bit. Also, we're going to be using Golden Order Seal because look, take a look at that, guys. Incantation scaling of 345, which is an amazing, can't get better than that. We are going to be rocking with that. And then we're going to be using the Royal Remains Helm. The only reason is because it slowly replenishes HP when HP is reduced. So we're going to be taking advantage just to make sure we stay in the fight, because the longer we're in the fight, the more victorious we're going to become. And then we're going to be using the following talisman to optimize this build. And one of them I love to use is the Primal Glintstone Blade, because this one, the spells consume less FP, but a maximum of HP reduced. Now, I'm going to have a 25% of FP reduction for a 15% of my health that's going to be taken away, but that does not matter because we are using this to also offset that too. But in return, we're receiving, guys, 25 additional percentage in which we're going to be spamming our FP, which is something that is going to keep us alive and also keep fighting. And then we're going to be pairing it up with two amazing talismans that are going to pretty much just buff the fire and also the magic scorpion charm. Those two are going to give us one each 12 additional percentage, but we're also going to be taking a 10% negation damage. So we just have to be a little bit careful when we are fighting. But that's the great thing about this sword, guys. Not only are you able to use it with two different ways. One is that you guys are able to use it with magic. And then we're also able to use it with fire. So that fire itself and the magic, you guys are able to use that at a distance. So that is why I'm going to be going with this two different type of talismans, because I'm not afraid, because the weapon itself is just very OP after the patch. And then of course, Shard of Alexander, which is going to greatly boost my attack power by 15% of the weapon skill overall, making this so far something that you guys gotta try. Now, to make this even more powerful, we're going to be using two different type of crack tiers. One, we're going to be using the flame shrouding crack tier. This was going to boost our fire, and then we're using the magic shrouding crack tier, which is going to temporarily boost our magic. So overall, we're going to be buffing the two different type of elements that are within the weapon, which is fire and magic, making this very powerful, guys. I mean, with patch 1.07, this weapon just became incredible. It once again, what it was right from the beginning, you guys were enjoying this weapon. Now, guess what? It's time to enjoy the weapon once again. And now, to make this even more powerful, weapon itself, but also the build is just going to be something that you guys are going to be able to enjoy, and it's a different way to play in the game. One is going to be Golden Bow. That one's going to be raising our power by 15%. And then we got the Flame Grab Me Some Strength is going to also raise our power. But then we have two additional incantations that have gotten a huge buff in the game, and one of them is the Glintstone Pebbles. With patch 1.06, what had happened is that the range was increased, however the potency of it was decreased. But with patch 1.07, the Glintstone, guess what, guys, is back. It's even better. It's so powerful. It deals more damage because of now the increased attack power of it has become even more. Then, and on top of that, the FP consumption went from 7 to 6, so you guys will be able to spam this even more. And then to take advantage of the fire, we're going to be using Flame of the Fell God. This incantation got a tremendous, and I'm gonna say it 3 times because it's that huge, tremendous amount of an increased attack power when you guys fully charge it. So the longer you hold it until it releases from your hand, this incantation has become so powerful. You can take out just about any foe, no bosses of course, but foes, with just one single incantation hit. And then on top of this, the reduced FP consumption and also increased stamina power against guarded enemies. This has gone from 46 to 37 FP consumption. So now overall, you guys, this is just an amazing buff that this incantation got. And the last magic spell that we're going to be using is the Terra Magica. This one's going to increase our power by 35% only on the second status of the weapon itself, which is going to be the magic. That is the only portion we're going to be using it for, because we're going to be buffing that to get to a close of 10,000 damage, which is just an insane amount of damage that you guys will be able to deal once again with this weapon. So if we go through the whole entire sequence with Golden Bow, Flame Grant Me Some Strength, and then we use our flask that is within this build, you're able to see how much more damage it does, and it just deletes everything. 3479 on those foes. And then if we use the magic portion of it, you are able to see how easily this weapon has become very potent. Now, to make this possible, we're going to be using the following attributes that are within the build. One is going to be Vigor is going to be at 44, Mind at 30. 22 is going to be for endurance. Vigor at 44 because we're going to be staying in the fight, and the higher you are on HP, the better. FP is going to be at 30 because we're going to need enough of it to be able to spam our different type of status, magic and fire. And then endurance at 22. Strength and dexterity are going to be at minimum 12, just enough for us to use the weapon. And intelligence and faith are going to be 1 and 1 at 50, because magic levels up by intelligence and fire does by faith, dealing a 1 and 1 damage to anyone that gets really close to it, and arcane is just going to be at 9. Really much, we pretty much don't need that. However, final thoughts about the build. One, guys, the weapon, it just got a huge buff with the different type of incantations and also spells that we are using within the build itself are going to make this weapon and this build once again something that you guys got to try because of the power overall has been increased. 2, make sure you guys are always leveling up your intelligence and your faith 1-on-1, and you're going to make this weapon so strong. At level 150, you are able to see the amount of damage that is able to deal. Just imagine when you go to 200 and 250, this thing is going to be so broken, is going to be deleting anything with one shot, anything that just gets close to you. Once again, guys, thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to hit that like button if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed to the channel. Why not? We got a bunch more Elden Rings builds coming up for you, Cyberpunk, and also Gotham Knights coming your way. So open up your inbox for those, and we will see you guys on the next video.